Good morning, students. I am Sridevi from GJC Malakpet, Hyderabad. Today I am going to teach you Unit 4 Detailed Estimate. In that, already in previous class, uh, we learned long and short wall method for a one room building, and in this class, we are going to learn center line method. Detailed estimate by center line method. What all yesterday we have done, almost everything is the same, but few measurements are different. For the previous drawing only, I am teaching this center line method so that you can compare the quantities. The final quantity value will be same. Either it may be in long wall, short wall method, but center line method. Only measurements are different. So let us learn about this problem. Now, this is a one row building, plan and section. Now, number of windows are one door, and number of windows are 4, and sizes of doors and windows are given. Everything is given here. You know how to read the drawing. So, only thing is, same as you calculate long and short wall method, same way here also you have to calculate the center to center length of long wall and center to center length of short wall. Then with those we have to calculate total center line length. Now we will see center to center length of long wall. So from here to here we have to take from center to center. So half the width of wall thickness is 300 mm wall. So half the thick is 0.3 by 2 plus from here to here the thick wall length is 5.0 and half this, that is 0.3 by 2. So total center to center length of long wall is 5.3 meters. Now again center to center length of short wall. This is short wall. So from here to here we have to take center to center length of wall. So this is half the width of this wall, 0.3 by 2 plus from here to here the wall is 4 meters, that is 4.0 meters plus half the width of this wall, 0.3 by 2. So total it is coming to 4.3 meters. This is up to here, it is same as we did in long wall and short wall method. But here for center line method, we need to calculate total center line length. So total center line length is equal to, how many are there? Only 2 long walls and 2 short walls. So 2 into long wall plus short wall. Substitute the value. Long wall distance length is 5.3 and short wall is 4.3. This is 2 into 9.6 and here comes the distance is 19.2. So this is the total center line length. It's clear? Now let's do the problem. So I've drawn a detailed measurement form. Now we'll start the problem. Already we have calculated the total center line length 19.2. In long and short wall method, we used to calculate the quantities of items, long wall separately, short wall separately, and we used to add both. But here we have calculated the total center line length. So directly we will take the center line length. So in number we have only 1. So the length of the line is how much? 19.2. First item is for earthwork excavation. foundation. Number is 1, length is 19.2 and breadth you have to take from the section, that is the breadth is how much? 800 mm. When you convert that in meters, it is 0.8 meters. And height below, this is the ground level. Below this, you have to excavate the earth. So you have to add these three. That is, height is equal to 0.3 plus 0.25 plus 0.25. It is again 0.8 meters. So in height column, you have to write 0.8. Now, for calculating the quantity of absorbent excavation, you have to multiply all these four. 1 into 19.2 is 0.8 into 0.8. So your quantity is 12.288 and the units are cubic meter. Here they have nothing to add. Everything is done. So in total quantity also you will write the same value, that is 12.88 cubic meter. Here the number of calculations are very less comparatively. When you compare with long and short hole method, the center line method is easy because calculations are very less. And one more thing, we are doing this problem for the previous drawing also. So you keep the previous problem in front of you. Compare the quantities, the final quantity in that method and in this center line method will be same. So for that, to show that, for that sake, I have taken the same drawing for long hole, short hole and for center line method. So the value is same. Now next, that is CC bed. Cement. CC means what? Cement concrete bed in foundation. Number 1. Again, the length will be same, 19.2 meters, and breadth is again from the drawing, that is 0.8, and the depth is, here you have to see the depth, that is, this is concrete, is CC bed concrete. Here it is 300 mm. When you convert that in meters, it is 0.3 meters. And multiply everything and write the quantity. Then you get the quantity of CC bed. That is 4.608 cubic meter. Same thing you have to write in total quantity also, 4.608 meters. Now next, after CC bed, next is what? We are going to foundation. In foundation, we have to calculate for first footing, second footing and basement. Come on, now third is foundation. In that, first footing, second footing, basement. Now, let us take the values. Everything for number is 1, length will be the same, 19.2, and the first footing breadth is 600 mm, that is 0.6 meter, and height is 250 mm, that is 0.25 meter. Then coming to second footing, number is 1, length is same, 19.2, and breadth is 0.5 meter, and height here again it is 0.25 meter. Then coming to basement, number 1, the total length is 19.2 and the breadth is 0.4 meter and the height of the basement is 0.6 meter. Now you need to calculate the quantities and add and write in the total quantity. First calculate everything individually, first footing, second footing, third footing, and then write down the total quantity. Already I have calculated. You can use calculator. In exam, calculators are allowed, so I'll write the value here for first footing. It is 2.88 cubic meter, 2.4 cubic meter, 4.608 cubic meter, and the total is 9.888 cubic meter. Is it clear? Now, next, so we have come up to basement. The next work is what? DPC. Over this basement, you will be having DPC. This is the dark line is DPC. So for DPC, the thickness is negligible. You have to take only length and breadth. Number 4 item, DPC, that is jam proof course. Number is 1 and the length is 19.2. Width is same as basement, 0.4, and height is dash. When you calculate, the quantity is 7.68 square meters, and same thing you have to write here, 7.68 square meters. Now, next, after basement, the next is what? Brickwork in superstructure. Number 5 is brickwork in superstructure. Number is 1. Again, the length is 19.2 and the thickness of the wall is 300 mm, that is 0.3, and height from the section you are seeing here, that is how much? 4 meters, so 4.0. We'll calculate the quantities of the wall. Now, we have taken the total area, we have to do the deductions for doors and windows. So, deductions. We need to do deductions for doors, windows, lintels over doors, and lintels over windows. For all these, we have to do deduction. So, whatever quantity is there, that you have to write here, that is 23.04 cubic meter. From that, you have to calculate this and deduct that value from the total value and write in the total point. Now, let us see. Doors. What is the number of doors are? How many doors? I have written there. You can see in the plan, number of doors are visible in that. Now, the number of doors is 1 door and the size of the door is 1.0 length and height is 2.1. So, length is 1.0, breadth is same as wall thickness and height of the door is 2.1. Now, windows. How many windows total? 4 windows. See in the plan. So, length of the window is 1.0 and same wall thickness and the height of the window is 1.5. Again, lintels. Coming to lintels, already I have explained you how many doors are there. 1 door and 4 windows. For every opening, either it may be door, window or ventilator, you have to place lintels over that to support the structure, to support the brickwork above the opening. So, for that, suppose this is your door or window, you have to give the projection. If this is the length, 1 is the length of the door, then 0.1 projection this side and 0.1 projection this side, then it will come to 0.1 on either side, 0.1 plus 0.1, that is 1.2. Either it may be doors, windows or ventilators. For everything, projections are given. So, here for lintels over door, the length will be, this is 1, this is 1.2 and same breadth is 0.3 and I told already, if they give in the drawing the lintel thickness, you take that. If they don't give, you can assume from 100 to 150. Now here already it is given, so this thickness is how much? 150 mm. When you convert that in meters, it is 0.15 meter. Same again coming to window 1. When you add the projections, it is 1.2 and the breadth is 0.3 and the height is 0.15. We'll calculate the quantities here and we'll write the quantities here now. So now I have calculated the quantity of deduction. So that is total value of deduction is minus 2.7. This is the value of brickwork. From this value you have to take the deduction. Whatever you are getting, that you have to write down in the total quantity. So after deduction, the total quantity of the brickwork for one room building for the given one room building is 20.34 cubic meter. Now coming to our next. Now coming to RCC. The next item is RCC. So in that RCC, what are the items are there? Roof. This is roof and lintel and sunshade. So for every door there is a lintel and for all the windows we will be having sunshades and lintels. So we have to calculate the RCC for roof, for one door and for 4 windows. Now RCC for roof. First number 1. The length of the roof is L is equal to, you have the plan here, that is room size is 5 by 4. So the thickness here is 0.3 and the thickness here is 0.3. So here you have to take the whole length. 5.3 plus 5.0 plus 0.3. That is the length of the roof is 5.3. Hope you understood. This is the wall width and this is the wall width. That is 0.3 and 0.3 and in between 0.5 is the length of the room, that is 5. So the length of the roof is 5.6. Now breadth from here to here we have to take that is breadth of the roof, that is 0.3 here and from here to here 4 and from here to here 0.3. So 0.3 plus 4.0 plus 0.3 it is 4.3. Now number is 1, length is 5.6, breadth is 4.6 and height you get it from the section, that is 120 mm thick RCC roof. So when you convert it is 0.12 meter. These are the measurements for the roof. Now coming to lintels. How many doors are there? 1 door. So number 1. As I told, projection is given. So if the length of the door is 1 meter, you have to take, including projections, you have to take 1.2 length and the breadth is same as wall thickness, that is 0.3 and height of the lintel is given here 150 mm, that is 0.15. Same for windows. How many windows are there? 4 windows. Length is 1.2, breadth is 0.3 and height is 0.15. Now coming to sunshades. Sunshades are placed over doors and windows. So number of doors are 1. Length is same as lintel and breadth is, this is breadth, it is given as 600 mm, that is 0.6 and height of the lintel or the thickness of the lintel is 90 mm. When you convert that in meters, it is 0.09 meters. And windows 4, length is 1.2, breadth is same 0.6 and height is 0.9. Now calculate all the quantities by multiplying all these length into breadth into height. You will get the quantities. Write the quantity of individual item, that is roof, lintels, windows, and add everything and write the quantity in the total quantity. Now coming to plastering. We'll do the calculation later on. Now coming to plastering. So you have to do plastering here. Hold. So now what is the length of the plastering? That is, first we have to do inside, then we have to do plastering for ceiling, then external wall, then plastering for sunshade. Now coming to inside. Inside the room for the wall. Then next is ceiling. So inside part is over. Now outside. Outside where you have to do plastering for walls and sunshade. Again you will be having sunshade for doors, D for doors, sunshade for windows. So let us calculate the measurements now. Inside wall. Number 1. So here the length of the wall is from here to here it is 5 meters. Just write 5.0. From here to here 4 plus 4.0. Again this side 5.0 plus again from here to here it is 4.0. So total 9 plus 9, 18 meters. So length of the wall inside is 18.0 meters. And now breadth, you don't have breadth, just put one dash. Now height. Height inside from floor level to roof level, the height is 4.0. So write here 4.0. Now coming to ceiling. Number 1. Just take ceiling means just take the length and breadth, that is 5.0 into 4.0, and you won't have here height. Here height column you just put one there. Multiply only 2. Then outside the wall. Number 1. We need to calculate the length. Now this is including walls. This is 5.6. Here it is 4.6. Here again it is 5.6. Again it is 4.6. So length is 5.6 plus 4.6 plus 5.6 plus 4.6. This is 5.6, 4.6, 5.6 and 4.6. You need to do plastering around the building. So this is your total length. This is how much? 20.4. 20.4 meters. So your length is how much here? Outside was 20.4. And height. Breadth you don't have. You have nothing to do with it. Just put one dash near breadth. And height. Height of plastering. See, this is outside. You have to do plastering from basement, from above the ground level. That is from here to the roof level. So sometimes you do below the ground level also. That is take 0.1 below the ground level, just here 0.1. Then basement height is 0.6 plus from basement to roof height is 4.0. Then the thickness of the roof is 0.12. When you add everything, you will get 4.82. Height is 4.82. So here in height column, you just write 4.82. This is outside wall. Now coming to sunshade. Sunshades over doors. How many doors? One door. And what is the length of the sunshade? 1 means 1.2 is the length. And here same it is. 0.6 is the breadth. You won't have thickness. And windows, 4 windows. The length is 1.2 after adding projection. Then breadth is 0.6. Again, you don't have here the height. Now, take the quantities by multiplying. individually 18 into 4 and you get the values of each and every item. Now you add and just write the value here only. We need to do deductions in this because where doors and windows are there we won't do plastering. So actually plastering is not done on both sides. Here, suppose this is a door. Suppose this is a door. So wherever the door is there we don't have either brickwork nor plastering. Just we have to remove. But here we don't deduct two sides. We only deduct one side because one side we will cover the sides of the wall and top level and sill level. So one side we have to deduct. So now deduction. Deductions for doors and windows. Doors 1, windows 4. So here you have to take the length of the door. You should not add any positions or anything. Directly take the length and height of the door. That is 1.0 and breadth you don't have anything. Just height is 2.1 and window length is 1.0. Breadth you don't have. Height is 1.5. Multiply all. Write this in the deduction column. You will get this as, take this as minus value. From this answer you remove this and write the total quantity. We'll do the calculation. Now next item is 8, flooring. Number 1, the length of the floor is 5.0 and breadth is 4.0 and height you don't have any thickness. So the value is 20.0 meters square. So flooring is very easy item. Now next is coming to the whitewashing and which is the last whitewashing. Same, wherever you are doing plastering, there you will be doing whitewashing. Sometimes including primary, you will be doing 3 coats of whitewashing. So you will be doing whitewashing for inside walls, ceiling, outside walls, sunshade and everything. So whatever item is there actually in exam, if you get, you have to do the whole procedure. But here I am just writing same as plastering. You must not write like this in the exam. Same, whatever you are doing here, that will be done in the plastering column, whitewashing column. So just I am writing here as same as plastering. Hope it's clear. Now you may be worried. This much lengthy problem, how can we complete? Here, just practice the 9 items perfectly. But in exam, you will be given only 2 or 3 items. If they give you, this will be coming in for long essay type question. This is 6 marks problem. But they will not ask you all the items. They'll just ask you any 2 items. They'll give you the plan, section and the dimensions and everything is given. Just you need to calculate only the quantities of given 2 items and sometimes 3 items also. If they give 3 items, then each item is given 2 marks, that is 3 into 2, 6 marks. If they give only 2, then each is 3 marks, then 6 marks. Now I'll calculate the quantities of this. I have noted down all the values of the calculation. Just go through this. Add all the quantities right here. Now you have to add here. Just you have to write here only. Then from this you have to deduct the deductions of doors and windows. From this you deduct this value, get the total quantity, and that quantity should be the column total quantity. Whatever quantity you are getting for plastering, I have written here. So This is the problem on center line method. Practice this problem already. You have given drawings in your previous video classes. For that drawing, you practice the sum in center line method as well as long wall and short wall method. Practice is more important, and this subject is very useful for your field also. When you get job, you should be perfect in this subject. If you do more practice, you will be having more perfect. You will be more perfect. Don't think of exam. Exam point of view, passing is very easy, but knowledge is important. Practice, practice, practice. Then, in afterwards, after the syllabus, we will tell you how you will get in the exam. We will make you practice the exam question form.